Full of control, Harry collapsed when Meghan's manipulation tactics reached an extremely sophisticated level.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the King YouTube channel.
Alright, so I came across an interesting article today. Now, according to a source, Harry is wanting to reunite with his immediate family. And the source is also claiming that Meghan is concerned for her husband. They said it pains Meghan to see Harry tied up in knots like this. The source says she knows how tricky things have been, so this isn't a case of her dismissing or minimizing his feelings. But at this point, she really thinks he needs to pull himself together and look forward instead of backwards. There's no way out of the Hollywood game at this stage. That's their life now, and she loves it. There's nothing he can do to change the past. Supposedly, Meghan is wanting Harry to embrace the Hollywood lifestyle a bit more. So there really is no way out of the Hollywood game at this point. That is their life now, and she really loves it. The real takeaway for Harry would be, Harry, F you. I don't care what you want to do. We're staying in Hollywood, and you're never going to visit your family again. Oh yeah, but let's remember, it isn't a case of her dismissing or minimizing his feelings, but he should pull himself together. Okay, last time I checked, that is all about Meghan minimizing his feelings. So it looks like things are breaking down in the marriage. She knows it. She's losing control of him. And that spells trouble for Meghan Markle, because what is she going to do if he leaves her? She's worried that her meal ticket might escape. I mean, he is the only reason they get invited anywhere. She's not going to be able to just show up with her puppet and take over proceedings to make sure everything is all about her. And I do believe that he enables her behavior, but I still hope that he dumps her, because I would love to see what happens to her when she doesn't have him to prop her up anymore. I mean, what if Harry is the one who leaves her? What if he reveals a lot of information about Meghan, information that we might find interesting and probably not all that surprising? Just think of all the possibilities if Harry is the one to leave. Of course, the main attraction has always been Harry, it's never been Meghan. But what if we find out the truth that there are not any real children? Meghan would have nothing to sell. Oh, so sad. And I know the royal family would be somewhat implicated in the scam, but at this point, would they even care? Harry certainly got himself into this mess. It is his own fault. But again, this is the man who wanted to leave his family, and he wanted to live a quiet, private life in Africa. I really do believe that. He was convinced that Meghan shared his dreams. Well, looking back, how ridiculous was that idea? Harry was and continues to be Markled. You know, Harry could probably use a real friend right now, somebody to help him look at the reality of the situation and understand that he has really messed up. The thing is, he doesn't have any friends like that anymore because Meghan made him ditch all of them. When I was watching them at Invictus and also at Kevin Costner's event, what became clear to me was that most people are okay with interacting with Harry. I think that he's a personable guy, but Meghan, oh no, they want nothing to do with her. See, she needs Harry, or she's just going to become this washed-up actress with a meaningless title. Meghan Markle also doesn't care about anybody, so I don't really believe that she's capable of feeling depression. She only has her desire for money and fame. And she is a sadist. She really likes to hurt people. Harry is the perfect psychological mess to be her manipulated puppet. Just think about the speech that she gave at Invictus. She focused on herself. When she walked up there on that stage, she made a beeline for the microphone. I mean, it was insane. And then she made that ridiculous apology for being late to the party like anybody cared. From the very beginning, it was all about her. It was like people in the audience paid for their tickets to the event just to see Meghan, and that it wasn't anything about those veterans. They didn't care about them. They were really there for the main attraction, Meghan Markle. And I know that seems insane, but Meghan Markle is insane. She is delusional. She really believes that she should receive top billing at all times. She's the headliner. Nobody would even attend the games if it weren't for her being there. She thought that by showing up late, she had disappointed so many people. To be fair, I think many people were disappointed when she showed up late, but it wasn't because she was late, it was because she showed up at all. When you think about it, it is funny how delusional she is. She believes that everybody wants nothing more than the chance to be in her divine presence. So if she's not invited to something, she assumes it was an oversight, because why would anybody not want her there? And if she gets anywhere near a microphone, well, you better watch out because she's gonna use it. She believes that she has so much to say that we need to hear. She really is the second coming. She is the Messiah. And at this point, the people who despise her far outnumber the fans. And her detractors kind of expected that she'd show up and try to take over the event to make it all about her, and of course, that's exactly what she did. And then she got up there with that absurd excuse that she's just a busy mom. She had to buy the kids milkshakes and she had to drop them off at school and put them to bed. And so she was a few hours late getting off the plane. What on earth is she going on about? Again, she's lying, but she expects us to swallow this? We are not that stupid. I don't think anybody is that stupid. It is Meghan's pathetic attempt to be relatable and to act like she really is down to earth. She's just one of the girls. She's an amazing mother. Now she's put the children to bed so she can be the saint. She can finally show up and bless everyone with her presence and also share her wise word salad nonsensical speech. And she's just there to help everybody because, as Meghan says, service is universal. Now, of course, she left off the other part that she only cares about service to herself, but I guess that was implied. But no matter, because the paparazzi were there, and so she made sure to find the camera that could capture her best angle. And she truly believes that her big break is just around the corner, that soon enough everybody's going to realize how amazing she is. And that's why she's going to get back on Instagram, because she knows those corporations are just going to be lining up to have her shill their products. She's going to woo design houses and she's going to get some really lucrative offers and deals. That woman is so transparent. I mean, she is so predictable. But oh yes, Meghan had to be there. She couldn't disappoint the veterans. And the way she had her front unbuttoned, clearly she was just hoping that some eligible wealthy man was watching, and that maybe he'd be interested, and then she could finally dump that Harry and move on to her next target. She's getting a little tired of her current handbag. She's shopping around for a new one. So even though she's still got to dig her claws into Harry to make sure that he obeys, she's on the lookout for her next victim. Since she's in hunting mode, of course, she has got to advertise the goods. And in spite of all the PDA, we know that she and Harry really are not all that close. In fact, he's never looked more miserable than when he's around her. And clearly she is the one pulling all the strings. That's because he is scared of her. I mean, she's got a nasty temper and he knows what might happen to him if she gets upset. So at this point, Harry probably hopes that some poor sucker is going to fall for her BS so then he can finally get away. And of course, she had to talk about the invisible children, Archofficial and Invisibat, how she cannot wait to bring them over to the Invictus Games in the future. Oh yeah, I'm sure she is going to bring those kids to a future Invictus Games, that there is a future with her still in it. But she couldn't be bothered to bring them over to see their own grandfather being crowned king. That wasn't important enough. And their other grandfather, well, of course, he cannot meet them at all because of that one time that he called the paparazzi to take his picture. But she promises she is going to show them off to complete strangers in the audience at a Games for Disabled War Veterans. Oh yeah, that makes so much sense. Well, this is Meghan's world that we're talking about, and I'm so glad I don't live there. We see through her fake family values and her fake motherhood stories. She believes that she's fooling all of us with her made-up stories, but she's not. And this is why she is one of the biggest laughingstocks in the world right now. I mean, it's just hilarious to watch because it's so unbelievable that somebody could be this delusional. I mean, she is entertaining. I have got to give her that. But at this point, the whole comedy routine is getting a bit old. It's repetitive. It's so predictable. Meghan is simply running out of material. But unfortunately for us, it looks like Meghan is still not ready to step down off that stage. She is convinced that she truly is the life of the party, even though anytime she shows up to a party, everybody immediately leaves. But oh well, that's just because they, like us, have not yet recognized her greatness. And you, what do you think about this mocking? Let me know in the comments section. If you preferred our video today, don't be afraid to like and share with your friends and relatives who would love it anytime you want.
Please don't forget to subscribe to our The King YouTube channel to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely evening, and we'll be back to see you tomorrow. Bye. I love you all.